So the story goes that Andrew was playing with his dog near Worcester, England, and wanted to record his dog catching a frisbee in slow motion. Well, he caught something else instead. As always, many are speculating what this object was, from an arrow to a blade of grass and, of course, aliens. Honestly, this object looks like someone had an idea, said hold my beer, and launched a boomerang out of a cannon. On a more serious note, let me know down in the comments what you think this is. Now, let's talk about it. First, let's bring up the possibility of an arrow. Most modern day bows can pop an arrow a good 1,000 feet, a little more than 3 football fields. So, if this local archery range is right on the other side of this hill, then it's possible, and it's a big but. Look how this object comes into focus. It's already coming in almost level and turning. Plus, if we look at the object, even though it's a bit blurry, well, where's the fletching? It doesn't look like it even has an arrowhead shape. Now, you might be thinking, it's from the wind. I pulled up the weather in Worcester, England when this was recorded, which was on August 2nd of 2025. The wind was about 10 miles an hour. If someone shot the arrow up in the air, the wind could have picked it up and made it turn, but again, this object is only in frame for half a second in slow-mo. Assuming this was recorded at 120 frames per second and played back at 30 FPS, we'd have to increase the speed 4 times for normal viewing. Okay, that still seems a little slow, so maybe it was 240 frames per second, which means we need to increase it by 8 times. That looks a little better. I apologize for repeating this clip so many times, but how is that an arrow? For an arrow to go that fast, something non-human had to shoot it. I'm just saying. Next theory is a blade of grass. No need to talk about this much, but if England has blades of grass traveling at Mach 10, remind me to never visit. Besides, I don't hear about Brits getting impaled by blades of grass. And again, the wind was only 10 miles per hour that day. And where did I get Mach 10 from? Well, people on the internet leaving comments on other videos. This thing is moving fast, but I don't believe that fast. If I had to guess, I'd say it's moving around 140 miles per hour. I could be wrong though, but it feels right. The next thing people are speculating is that this thing's a missile. It does have the shape, but if it was recently launched, I'm sure there would be a smoke trail of some sort behind it, and nearly all missiles have some kind of identifying marks. What else? Oh, a bug. Imagine it was a bug. First bug discovered to fly that speed, and it hit you while riding a motorcycle. Ouch. You can clearly hear my enthusiasm for that one. You know what, hit the like button if you had just imagined someone getting their day wrecked by a bug traveling Mach 10. There is a plane up in the distance at about 32,000 feet or higher. Maybe a part fell off of it? Say what you want, that's still more believable than an arrow. And of course, we have the military. The Royal Air Force has a base close by this location. Now, I'm all for the thought of militaries around the world doing weird, crazy experiments, then trying to cover them up. But if this was theirs, what purpose would an object like this bring? Is it a failed missile or a drone of some kind? The object to me resembles more of a winged aircraft, with the way that it banks, more so than an arrow. The same question could also be asked if it were ET in nature. What purpose would an object like this have? Andrew claims he had no idea he had this on film until he got home and reviewed it. So having a small and fast craft would make sense for surveillance. Hard to know if you're being watched by someone or something if you can't even see the thing fly by. So far, this isn't claimed as being a hoax, that we know so far. And if it really isn't, then what is this object? I'm at a loss on this one. It truly is bizarre. I never thought I'd see an object that resembles so many things, but at the same time resembles nothing, even in the ET department. By the way, his dog's name is Dash. Cute little guy, at least he was having fun. Now, before I go, I will leave you with some random UFO footage. Be sure to subscribe to join Team UFO on more UFO and alien encounters.